Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to follow the must-see TV, COS TV. Tonight we're on round 3 in Bahrain, and today in the Coca-Cola industry with me is none other than Jamie Dodger. Welcome to the show, Jamie.
Big Mac is back and ready to go.
Yeah, we ate some Big Macs, which we had with Coca-Cola with ice. But now the qualification is starting, 12 minutes to go till the end of the qualification. What kind of times are you expecting in Bahrain? Yo, King of Bahrain, you won 4 times here in previous games. So expert, please say what's going to be happening in Bahrain.
At least a 127. Got to see 127s.
127, you're
Like
sure that somebody's going to be...
127s.
Do you have any expectations who is going to be the person who does that 127?
Maybe George Alice or Tezza.
Teza.
Or maybe Thomas.
Oh yeah, and of course we have that Mebble guy, who can also, he won in Australia. He was a race winner there, but he didn't do so well in China. But now we have many cars out in the track. We have still 6 drivers going to the track, and we have the rest of the drivers still in the pits. So you guess 127s, huh? Well, I can say in TUF Division 1, so again sponsoring TUF, but the pole position time was 127.7, and we had 4 drivers who did 127.9, so we might see a few drivers doing one driver doing 127, as you said. But if you had to guess the top 3, what would it be?
George Alice, Tezza and Eldor.
Oh yeah, Aldo, okay.
The UFC fighter.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his, I know his style. But yeah, my top 3 is, just because we won't have the same thing, I'm gonna say Mebble is gonna take pole. I'm gonna say George Alice in 2nd, and I'm gonna say Tezza in 3rd place, and Thomas is in 4th, but yeah. Just because we won't have the same, so George Alice, I know we're good friends, but it was because Jamie said it first, so if I'm wrong, then apologize me. But yeah, the
Mebble was
qualification
good
is
in
on.
Australia, but not China. I didn't see much of him in China, but...
Yeah, the China was basically like George Alice and Tezza fighting, and George Alice did a 2-stop strategy in China, and Tezza did 1 stop, and Tezza won the race by 5 seconds. It was a strategy mistake, in my opinion, from George Alice. With the same strategy as Tezza, I think George Alice would have won the race by 8 seconds at least, or 7. But we never know. We never know. The timer was huge for him. So, but anyways, we have Mebble, the race winner from Australia, starting his lap. He's an assist user. Do you remember Mebble? He won the race by 20 seconds.
I remember that. Yeah, he dominated Australia. Very impressed. But in China, I didn't catch.
It's very interesting that some tracks suit you, some not, and you know Australia, everybody likes Australia. The first race never gives the whole picture of the season.
It's true. You can be solid at one track, and then other tracks can let you down.
Yeah, it is.
I'm expecting him to be quick today, but
I
I don't
mean,
know.
I know for a fact that Bahrain is very good for no-assist users as he loses his rear, because it's basically a power track. There's only like one or 2 slow corners in this track, so this track should suit him very likely. So yeah, and he's had a very solid. Yeah, he's had very solid lap so far, but he had a little tank slapper in the downhill corner. But we have Kevin, who did a 130.9. He current pole position. His time is getting improved by Jenser by 29.4. But we will see what Mebble does. Mebble does a 128.8. That's a solid lap at this stage.
Solid.
And Mebble and George Alice takes 128.6, which is already really decent at the moment.
I was expecting a little bit quicker.
A little bit quicker, yeah, 2 times quicker, and where's Tezza? Tezza is coming. I'm gonna keep my eye on Tezza because he's the championship leader after China. He was 3rd place in Australia, and then he won the race in China. So he's been the most consistent driver this season, although it's only been 2 years. SMB Smooth, their new rookie of this season, did a 128.3. B Smooth, aka Brandon, also TUF driver. He's very fast driver. He was in 2016 game actually fighting for championship with Good Age. You of course know who Good Age is, so
Yeah,
Bismuth is very fast driver. And we'll see what does Tezza do. Tezza goes a little bit wide, he uses a little bit too much of the curbs in the end.
Is he a novice assist user?
He's an assist user.
Okay.
And Tezza does 128.9. So we have 4 drivers who did 128, then we have 129s from Rossi and Aldovo and Fordes, new drivers. But where's Chris Logan?
Fruity done a 137.
Yeah, that's of course you can easily make mistakes here. And 129.4 by Ghost. He goes P9 at this stage. And Thomas actually, who surprised everybody in Australia by finishing P3. He does a 129.4, which moves him to P11. So, well, we have to remember he was 4th in China and 2nd in Australia. So maybe his qualifying pace is not so good, but his race pace might be solid, and he's very good at saving tires. That's what I learned in China from him. And this track eats tires so much. So.
And what was his race pace in China like?
It was very good. He started
Solid.
from P13 and then he caught up to the guys. He was a long time behind some slower cars in P8 and P9, but when he got past those, he easily caught up the top 5, and then he had a great fight with Aldovo and Rossi, and then finishing in P4 in the end. Not having enough time to catch the top 3rd place guy, but very good race pace.
Chris Logan's in P5.
Chris Logan P5, yeah, I remember he was always good in Bahrain. So, and we have a first comment, and Foodie goes P3. Foodie improves, he does 128.8. But as this track Bahrain, this is not many drivers hate this track. This is actually one of the, in my opinion, one of the smoothest tracks in a calendar. That of course if you make mistakes you're gonna lose a lot, but most of the time many drivers like this track. Because
We have a comment, not bad for a banker lap, so it was a banker lap, so he can go a lot quicker.
So who was it? Was it Brandon who wrote the...
Yeah, it was B Smooth, B Smooth.
Yeah.
Who wrote the comment. Is that a bluff though? Is he bluffing?
No, he's not bluffing, because Division 1 TUF, their banker laps was 128.2, 128.3, so he's not bluffing. I know his pace. He's very fast driver. It's in my level in driving.
Okay, I'll definitely see him going into 127s.
127.7 from is maximum from him, or 127.8. If we see 127.5, then it's already starting to be like AOR times or esports times. Well, esports drivers do 127.2, but if he does 127.5, it's very impressive.
Oh, and Fruity's gone up to P3.
Yeah, he did that 2 minutes ago. He improved this time. He's in top 3. That's very good. And we have also a new driver in Sauber. I'm gonna call him Flaus. I'm not gonna be bothered to say the first 3 letters. He moves himself to P5 with 128.995. We have a lot of high 128s, like 128.995, now 128.998. That's like...
We do. His name is what? Flowers?
Flaus, because his first 3 letters are G or
I just
E.
called it Flowers. No,
Flowers, yeah, let's count Flowers, that's most convenient. And we have Foodie who's lagging a little bit. Yeah, now is the waiting game. We'll see drivers going out in 1 minute approximately to the track, and then doing their final stints.
Ooh, Kenny will be starting his lap soon. Come on, Kenny from South Park.
I love him, I love that guy. I used to watch a lot of South Park, and every time they killed Kenny, I always used to yell with Kyle and Stan, "Oh my god, they killed Kenny, you bastards!" And I apologize for the curse words, but this is not PG-TV. The FOM is not gonna censor us, or the FCC
it's fine,
guys.
It's after the watershed.
Or the FCC guys, they're not gonna... yeah, this is rated R material when we're in the comment booth. But yeah, Kevin does 129 flat. For the first sector, it's not very good because Williams is catching him behind. Maybe it will give him more motivation to try to drive faster. I actually hope so. That if I knew that somebody would be catching me in qualifying lap, I would just throw my controller to the wall and never drive this game again.
Yeah, that's what's happening with Kenny. He's getting caught big time by the Williams. He's getting a good tire though.
Yeah, but the Williams car Ghost he's in an outlap. So yeah, he backed out a little bit. Yeah, definitely. And we have yellows in sector 2, and the only drivers without time are Sean and Whippen 1. Whippen 1, of course, was also one of the drivers in the UF, and Flowers retired.
Oh, Flowers retired, yeah.
Flowers has hit the wall. So his qualification is over. Of course, if you don't pay attention to the track, you can easily still make huge mistakes, which will cost you a lot. And we have Son who moved himself to P5. We have Kenny who does 129.7 moves to P15, but Son goes P5. Let's give it some TVR for him. Then we have Chris Logan. I think he's starting his lap, but look at the amount of fuel he has. He has fuel for 2 laps, so that's very good. If he fails his first lap, he's gonna be doing good second lap, but overfueling your car in the final stints, when the tires will get worn, it's not very wise. You will lose 2-3 tenths valuable
Yellow
time.
in sector 3.
Yeah, somebody has just probably made a mistake, and we have Aldo who's starting his lap. We have Pofores who does 128.7, but it moves him to P3. Very good lap from Pofores, luckily I saw that. Now we have Sean, who's not improving his lap time. We have Teza Musa starting his lap. We have many drivers starting their lap. We have Aldo in sector 1. Let's keep an eye on Aldo. His first sector
is on a lap, but he's in lean mode, which is confusing.
Aldo is in max mix in my screen.
Aldo, yeah, I mean Ghost.
Ghost. Okay, I'm following Aldo because Aldo was in China qualifying. He qualified in P3, so I believe he's one of the top dogs in this season in this league. He does perfectly the underhill corner. I believe is it the turn 10 or turn 9. I'm not so sure, but this is actually a tricky corner which Aldo did. If you put your car on the white line, you might completely lose it to the wall. Experience in that, I'm afraid. And the second sector time is 28.8, pretty solid. He's definitely improving his lap time, and this will be his final lap because there will be no time to start a new lap, and the fuel is gonna be running out after sector 1. But we'll see. Aldo coming to the final straight, and Chris retires from the session, and Aldo will be doing 128.7, which moves him to P3 once again.
I'm on board George Alice at the moment. He's coming into sector 2.
Yeah, George Alice, of course, one of the fastest drivers in this league. Very promising young talent. Very aggressive nowadays, but yesterday, 2 days ago in China, we saw brilliant overtaking. So from George Alice, clean overtakes, like clean Max Verstappen overtakes, if those exist. Like run the outside.
28.4 for the second sector.
Yep, we'll see. He still drives to the end. Let's see George Alice, and Teza finishes in second place. He did a 128.4. We'll need to wait till Brandon does a lap time. I know George Alice might be challenging Brandon for pole position now, and now he opens his DOS. And I don't think he's going to be improving. Yes, he does, 128.2, but bank lap. Now, Brandon is coming towards the final corners, and are we going to see 127? He's coming towards the final straight. He opens his DOS, and I think we won't see it 127. 128.1, no. Very solid time still. With the top dogs, that would actually move you to P4, P5, like in a very, very tough league. So that's a very good lap time from him. Brandon taking pole position, very fast driver, very good time. And top 3 is B Smooth, George Alice, and Teza Musa. I think we both had Teza Musa and George Alice in the top 3, but in the wrong order. But Brandon, if you're watching this, beautiful pole position time, still beautiful, because your banker lap was so good. I know you could have done 127, but beautiful lap time still. And we have a lot of comments going in. Is there anything interesting to read? Jamie?
He lost 2 tenths on the curb, he's Sam. Be smooth.
That's I know what he means. The curb. That's a shame. That's a big shame. But still,
I didn't know he was that quick because I've never seen him race before, but I was impressed. If he lost
he's
2
very
tenths,
quick. I know him from TUF. He's a very tough kid. Yeah, actually, he had a chance to move up to Division 1, but he didn't have time, unfortunately, so won't be seeing him next season.
Down in P10. That was quite... I was expecting him to be in the top 5.
Me too, it's a bit surprising, but Australia is, of course, a very easy track to master with no assist, so... Well, we never know what the race is going to hold us. And I think the battle is going to be, again, looking at the times between the top 3 again. It just looks like it's going to be Brandon, Gonzalez, and Teza Musa.
Rip and Ram, no lap time set. So I don't know if you had mechanical issues.
Yeah, Yeah, and I'm gonna be soon saying the whole grid until we wait that the few drivers are gonna retire from the session. We have 4 seconds until Charlie's gonna end the qualifying, because Charlie's word is the law. And there we go. And now we are watching Ferrari. Ferrari's on board. There's in the top 3, very consistent qualifying again. And the grid is, ladies and gentlemen, Be Smooth, George Alice and Tessa, that's the top 3, congratulations for them. Food in P4, Aldo in P5, Chris P6, Jensen P7, Sean P8, Pofodas P9, Mebel P10, Flowers P11, Thomas P12, Wassi P13, Ghost P14, Sean P15, Kevin P16, David King P17, Defallen P18, Sammy Brothers, Bob P19, and without time, Whippen 1 in last place. Of course, I forgot how. Yeah, if I would have remembered that Be Smooth, I said to you before the race, oh, Be Smooth is here, but I forgot that he was completely in this lobby because I'm not used to seeing him here. I would have said him top 3 because I know how quick he is, but now the race is gonna start.
So will he challenge for the title?
Yeah, definitely. If you can race, but unfortunately the TUF races with COS will be exactly. No, actually they won't. I'm not so sure. If he continues to race every single race, he might fight for the title. He will fight for the title, definitely. And no waning, because we're in desert, of course. But we've seen it before. Global warming is a very serious thing. We don't know what's gonna happen. But no rain expected. And now we have 20 seconds until Charlie will give permission for red lights.
Shall I cover the back and you cover the front?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I hope that this time it won't be lagging. The grid is not going to be lagging, so I can actually commentate what's happening. But now we have 3 seconds. Now Charlie's going to give permission for 5 red lights, and away we go soon for the 3rd race of the season. We are following the pole position guy, Be Smooth, and 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go for the 3rd race in Bahrain. It looks like Be Smooth got an excellent start from the grid, but the 2 Ferraris are lurking behind. There's a Renault and a Red Bull challenging up the inside, and Red Bull is dive bombing, but Be Smooth is still giving the position, and Ferrari is moved up to 2nd. Ferrari drivers in P2 and P3. George Alice and Tessa Musa 2nd and 3rd switch positions, and now we have Foodie challenging Tessa Musa for the inside lap, but Foodie is lagging a little bit, and now we have a Mercedes diving and crashing, a huge crash between Tessa and Pofodas. That was Tessa and Pofodas crashing with each other. Unbelievable things what we're seeing here. And we have a P8 and P9 with Tessa lost 6 positions at the start because of Pofodas' dive bomb. That's a very unlikely decision. And we have Foodie overtaking Aldo. Apologize, it might have been Aldo who caused the crash. That was very, very naughty from him. We have to wait until Stewart's incident, what will be happening. But I saw Mercedes diving up the inside of Ferrari, so it must have been Foodie because Be Smooth is leading. That's a big shame. Did you see what happened in the back? What happened in the back?
I think it was. I couldn't see. There was Toro Rosso's colliding with Renault's. It was mayhem.
And now we have Haas drivers following each other. There's a huge strength behind Foodie. Foodie, look at the gap what the top 2 already has. Be Smooth and George Alice have pulled away from everybody else. It's already 2.4 seconds to the car in 3rd place, and now we have Tessa doing the overtaking sprint, try to get back to the race. I know you get frustrated from spinning, but you have to keep your head. There's still many points to do, and there's a Haas driver pitting. We have Mebel doing the pit stop, so his championship is not starting very well, and Sean completely forgets to brake in the pit entry, and he gets a 5-second penalty for that. He thought that pit assist was on, but it's not on.
Poland and Jensen are all pitting.
And we have Wassi, Ghost and Flowers fighting for position. We have Thomas. Thomas is in the wall, so 2 championship fighters. The race has not started good for them. He's crashed with Sean, and we know Sean is very aggressive driver. I don't know what happened there, but again, Tessa and Thomas being very unlucky in these situations. They are throwing the championship away, but it's only 3rd race of the season. We don't know that, and Chris has moved brilliantly to P7. We have Tessa in P6 trying to overtake Pofodas, and we have Yellows in Sector 1, and I think it's Sean who spinned. Sean is in big trouble, and his race is over, I think, without any safety cars. It might be over because safety car is turned off, and we have Flowers without the front wing.
Ross is on the softs. I think he started on the softs.
I apologize, good that you said. I'm gonna put my...
Yes.
Yeah, now see, Wassi is in the softs. He's in P8, so we'll be doing a very long stint. We have Aldo challenging Foodie. Foodie definitely slowest from these top guys because he's already 3 seconds behind of the leaders. George Alice follows 1 second behind of B Smooth. Nothing happening there. And now Aldo, will he be getting the IS? No, he will not because this is only second lap. But Aldo, what I've been watching Aldo, he's very aggressive driver. You know, I'm not surprised if he actually does a dive bomb again. He almost ruined Tesla's race. I think that's going to be a stupid investigation from that. But is he going to dive bomb again up the inside? No, he's not. And we have Haas driver actually seeking up the inside, but Aldo doesn't leave any room for the Profortis' dive bomb. He's brilliant racing, and now Teza is right behind Profortis. Teza tries to capitalize the maneuver, but Profortis tries to do, and he moves up the inside. He's gonna dive bomb. No, he's backing out. He wants to do a better chance. And now we have Aldo still losing a little bit to the Foodie because he had to defend from the car behind, but he will be catching him very shortly. Because Foodie, I don't think he's as fast as the top guys, but now we have Teza right behind of Profortis, and they touch a little bit of wheel banging, but nothing too major. And the cars are side by side, Ferrari and the Haas, sister team and the mother team. Sister tries to prove to the mother. And Teza lost completely his end plate. I think that's Teza's race is going to be more difficult now. Both Profortis and Teza crashing a little bit. Teza lost a lot of end plate, Yes. Completely left side missing. That's a really big shame.
No, but his pace is good though.
Yeah, but we're gonna see after 2 or 3 laps, he lost a lot of end plate. It's gonna cost him like 3-4 tenths as we see that Profortis is already behind him. Teza's already 9 tenths behind Aldo. It's gonna be way more difficult to overtake. It's gonna be very hard to drive with a heavy car. He has to wait like 12-13 laps until he will have a better view in that car, better traction in that car. But the question is, will he be pitting soon for the new end plate or not? And now we have Profortis, who maybe tries up the inside. He knows that Teza has front wing damage, and yes, he is. He's gonna try to maneuver. No, he will not.
Ross and Ghost. And Ghost takes Ross takes Ghost.
Yeah, and Rossi goes to P8. Rossi takes the P8 position from Ghost. Brilliant overtake from Rossi. And now we have the championship leader versus Teza.
Ghost is coming back.
Yeah, we have fight for P5 and P6. We have fight for P9, P10. I don't know what fight to follow, but we have Sean leaving. Sean is leaving, but now Profortis is right behind him. Profortis is diving up the inside of Teza. They go again side by side in the same corner where they crashed. Again, the sister team and the mother team. See, the sister team not showing any respect. And is this going to be a crash or not? They go still side by side from this corner section. They don't give up. They still go side by side in acceleration. Who has the bigger cojones? And that has to be in Teza. And now cojones. I mean, Profortis. Profortis is right behind Teza. He tries to overtake, but he has to back out, and the White Bull is right behind him. Profortis, I apologize, and I don't know why I'm starting laughing now, but can you cover for me for a while? Can you cover? I'm sorry. Okay, now Chris Logan is right behind Profortis, and now he will be getting the others, and now we have McLaren and Williams fighting with each other. Ghost tries to overtake Rossi, and Chris Logan tries to overtake these two guys, and Teza is spinning. Teza realizes that he can't keep on in this track. He's have to do a second stop in this race, and that's going to ruin his race because there is no safety car. And now we have Chris Logan trying to overtake Profortis up the inside. He's going to dive bomb him. No, he's not defending proper position. And now we have Teza taking the soft tire, so he will be doing one more stop. And now we have Aldo right behind, 9 tenths behind Foodie. Then he sees the podium, the first podium of the season for famous Jose Aldo in UFC. He's going to be capitalize the maneuver. And now we have Chris Logan overtaking Profortis up the inside, but they go again side by side situation. And now Profortis is going to back out. He's going to push in Chris a little bit wide. And we have Mabel doing the fastest lap of 132 and flat. But now Chris is very furious. He may be diving up the inside. No, he's not. He's waiting for the better opportunity. And now there's a big train behind Profortis. There's Chris, Rossi and Ghost behind him, and now Aldo is already over 1 second behind of Foodie, and now we have Chris Logan again closing up of Profortis.
Is catching too smooth.
Yeah, and George Alice, but yeah, it's too much. It's still too much. I'm gonna follow that battle very soon. I'm gonna see is Chris Logan gonna try to overtake Profortis. No, he will be not yet. It's very difficult to overtake here. Now I'm gonna follow the 2 championship leaders, and now the 2 drivers fighting for the championship. I would have hoped that this would be a championship leaders, but these guys might be soon the championship leaders if they continue like this. At least Gonzalez has had a sensational start of the season, and so is B Smooth.
Ghost and Ross are again. Oh, Ghost is going down the inside.
Yeah, but now George Ellis gets the DRS and Ghost. Yes, he overtakes the McLaren.
Is he
Brilliant
going to come back
overtake.
at him?
And he will be getting DRS also, but did George Ellis able to make maneuver? No, he's not. Be Smooth has a very low downforce setup. It's very difficult to always overtake Be Smooth. And now we have Ghost and Wossy going side by side. Ghost doing the famous Schumacher tactic, pushing him to the wall. He does the switch back. They go side by side. McLaren has to back out. Who is backing out? And I think it's Wossy who overtook. We made the position. Apologize for my clumsiness because I don't remember who was ahead and who not. And now
Them two have been on each other from the start of the race.
Yeah, they've been like
Ghost
two lovebirds. They've been like emotional.
It's like 50 Shades of Backdoor.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Backdoor. They're like that first couple who in their first honeymoon who have not had sex for 3 months, and one has a boner, one's vagina is not smelling like a fish, and they want to do it together, but the other one says, no, I'm pulling away. No, you're not. I'm staying in. I'm going side by side with you. No, you're not. And now he has no choice than to fight with him. And now it's a fight for P7 position, but the other one has a one tires, other one has a first tires because softs are starting to work very shortly. And now we have George Ellis who's right behind Be Smooth. George Ellis sees the opportunity. He's an opportunist. He stalks on his spray. We know from TUF he's an excellent overtaker. Now he's close enough to do the maneuver on the straight line. He opens his DRS. He's closing down. He's using the slipstream. He uses the Ferrari engine. And this yellows is sector 2 and Sean with us. But I want to see the George Ellis maneuver. No, he's not doing the famous George Ellis maneuver. And we have Sean who just retires his car.
He's catching him. But is Be Smooth saving tyres?
Look at the fuel of the boat. Both are saving fuel and tyres. Look at the fuel difference between these drivers. Ridiculous.
Oh no.
And yeah, George Ellis is still following Be Smooth very closely. We have Ghost, actually, the two lovebirds again. The love nest is going to be straggled, and Tessa does a 131 and 8. Do not adjust the TV sets. This is COS TV, it's lap 7 out of 29. We have Be Smooth leading, George Ellis following, and we have Foodie impressively in top 3. And we have Aldo in P4 and Pofodis in P5. Chris brilliantly P6. Now we have George Ellis again.
Ghost is like the fat kid when he sees the bakery, he's all over him.
Yeah, but the baker keeper says you have to lose some weight to take my lovely products. That's the thing. Fat kids never get any. Their parents are gonna say no. You're gonna eat soup. You're gonna eat vegetables. You're on a diet for next year. That's a really big shame. But now George Ellis actually he gets the DRS again, and my Mission Impossible music my phone decided to quit on me. But never mind. Now George Ellis gets the DRS. George Ellis is not doing the famous George Ellis. Maybe he has respect for Brandon. I know these drivers get along well in the real life. He's not trying to maneuver. Have you noticed that George Ellis has a little bit calmed down in the driving? He's not as aggressive.
He has.
But now he's close enough. Now he's very close for Brandon, but is it going to be enough? They have cojones to do the maneuver here. He has a big cojones. Like in Spanish it means Spanish nuts, and yes he does, he has Spanish nuts, as he takes the P1 from Brandon. That's P1 for George Ellis, and is he gonna pull away now? Because if he can follow so closely in dirty air, you're gonna definitely pull away. George Ellis we might be seeing the first win from the quick driver in this season. The most successful quick driver in Formula 1. If we count real life or in the video game, it has to be George Ellis. Definitely the most successful quick driver is George Ellis. And actually the most successful American driver. No, of course Mario Andretti, but after that it's going to come Brandon, and we have yellows in Sector 3. What's happened in Sector 3? Please say what happened in Sector 3. Nothing happened in Sector 3.
I can't see nothing in Sector 3.
And Chris Logan is continuing to pressurize Pofodis. The Red Bull and a Haas. Yes. Chris Logan, very impressive race so far. He's also a very decent season. He got points from Australia. He retired from China, but now if he gets again, Whip and Ron gets a penalty, but he's in what position? He's in P9 actually. Wow, I completely missed his start. And we have George Ellis pitting again. So early, that's the mistake he did in China. He pits way too early. Maybe he tries the undercut. What tires is going to take? Please take the mediums. No, he's taking the softs. What the hell are you thinking, George Ellis? This two stuff is not working in Bahrain.
Look at all that traffic.
Ah, that's a big set. Why did he do that, Gonzalez? Ah, come on, man. I hope he will get some cleaner. I'm not like I'm defenseless commentator, but I still, if I see a wrong strategy, I'm gonna just flip out because I take so much time to do my strategies, and then when I see somebody else doing very wrong strategy, it's a big shame.
It could ruin his race.
It could ruin his own China, but he's still getting the podium, of course. But maybe the tire is kicking him, and we don't know how Brendan is gonna.
Oh, Ghost and.
Look at Thomas and Gonzalez. Look how close Gonzalez is to Thomas. Is Thomas gonna defend the inside line? Yes, he is. I know Thomas is fighting, but he doesn't have a pit stop done yet. But he's making the life hard for Gonzalez, almost pushing him out of the track. But I know Gonzalez, he has the cojones. Yes, he does. He overtakes easily the Williams driver. If you wanna dance with Gonzalez, do not do that. Bring a shotgun to them because you're not gonna win with a pistol against Gonzalez. He's like a lion who preys on his dog. He eats what he sees. That's the way of Gonzalez. And now Ghost is again following Rossi. These two drivers have been following each other from lap 1.
Oh my god.
Are there any new comments coming to the stream?
There's no new comments yet. No comments.
No comments yet, and no, Brandon is still continuing in the track. We have Foodie spinning that moves Aldo to P2 at this stage. Now you could actually make, if you take mediums, you could do it to the end. You could drive easily to the end in lap 10.
Will Gonzalez jump Fruity?
And Fruity takes softs. Do you see that? Fruity also takes softs.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Where's Gonzalez? Gonzalez, yeah,
P6.
P6, he has clean track ahead of him. Next car ahead is Whippen 1, but he's also a gentleman driver. He usually lets the faster car score.
A lot for boxing early. He's in P9.
Yeah, Tesla lost a lot. Yeah, but he had to. He had a front wing damage. If he was like once again slower than the cars behind, he thought of another strategy. He didn't want to suffer. He wanted to do another
job
pit
at the
stop.
moment is Ross doing in P4 on the softs. He started on the softs. He's doing a good job.
He's doing a good job, but he still has. If he wants to take super softs, he has to still, unfortunately, do 10 laps or 9 laps. So I'm seeing him doing 5 more laps. Then he will be taking mediums and then going to the end. Or 2 more laps. 3 more laps. 3 more laps. What's happened is that Gonzalez now is not who is in yellows in sector 2. What's happening to the cars behind? Nothing too major. And the Sean retires. Sean hits the wall. How do you retire the car in there? Maybe a rage quit from him. As we know. And Beast Mode is spinning. What tires is going to be taking?
I think he'll take softs.
He'll take mediums. Definitely, he's going to do one stop. Definitely, the soft strategy is completely wrong. And Gonzalez has to come ahead of Beast Mode, so he will have some kind of advantage. And Gonzalez does the fastest lap, but is it going to be enough? Who is Gonzalez going to jump? Yes, it actually does. He goes to P3 with a big margin, but is Thomas going to come ahead of Beast Mode? Yes, he is. He's going to make it sound more difficult. And Beast Mode is right behind Thomas, and we saw how hardly Thomas defended against Gonzalez. Are we going to see same kind of defending? That's the question. But you know, Thomas is
teammates. No, they're not. Okay, that's what there was.
They're not teammates. Williams and Mercedes, and you don't have to worry. Thomas is Dutch, so you know he's gonna fight definitely.
Yeah, Max Verstappen. He's gonna pull the Max Verstappen move.
Oh yeah, Max Verstappen. But is Beast Mode gonna die bomb? No, he's not. Yes, he is.
Oh, he's let him go. He let him go.
Wow, he lets him go, but he tries to fight Gonzalez. That's maybe very interesting.
That's good for us, though. It's good for us. There'll be more action at the end.
That's true, and Gonzalez has a 5-second gap. I mean, how big gap? He has over a 2-second gap to the car behind. Or is it 2? Yeah, I think it's 3 seconds.
We have a comment from Puerto Rican. Fun race so far.
Yeah, it's been a very hectic race.
Yeah,
thank you very much. It's lap 11 out of 29. Do not adjust the TV sets if you're joining to us now. We have many drivers still not to the pit stop. We have Aldo, Rossi, but Aldo is pitting now. The other Mercedes, he had to wait until his teammate came out of the pits. That's the one thing. If you're slow a teammate or if you're behind, you have to do always an extra lap. And Aldo takes the mediums, and he has to change the front wing. Aldo is changing the front wing, so it's going to be more difficult for him.
Well, Fruity jump it. Yes, he's jumped.
But what's how many laps Thomas has done with the super soft tires?
Very impressive. But then his pace is slow.
Yeah, but if he pits now, he can take the soft tires. But yeah, you have to agree, his pace is very slow because now Teza is right behind him, but Teza also has to do one more pit stop. Whereas Gonzalez is 2 seconds behind Wossi. Wossi is leading the race. Wossi will be maybe doing one more lap and then pitting. We don't know how good you can, how long you can go with softs. That's the question.
The only two people that have not made a stop is Ross and Thomas. Everyone else has made a stop.
Yeah, Thomas. That was very impressive, but Gonzalez is already right behind him, 1.5 seconds. I could imagine that. I don't remember how hardly the tires get worn here. Would I say 5 more laps maybe, and then he will be pitting. So there's no point actually fighting Gonzalez if he wants to think of his own race, because you're not fighting for that position at this stage. But of course, as a driver, you always want to fight, but sometimes you have to know your limitations or the strategy you're in. And he's also gonna pit, no he's not. And I think it's gonna be very easy overtake for Gonzalez. He opens the DRS, uses all the slipstream, and Wossi doesn't even defend the inside line.
Easy move, easy move.
Easy move, and Wossi backs out and lets him go. That
was smart decision.
Yeah, it's very smart position. Now Be Smooth is catching his... actually, Be Smooth lets the gap to the leader. It's already 6 seconds. So again, Jojo is doing very impressive lap times. I have to remember he has super softs in the end maybe. He's gonna pit in 8 laps, so we don't know what's the wise strategy and what's not. Maybe it's maybe gonna be a very interesting race. And Ghost again behind Chris Logan. Ghost has been in the TV a lot today. He has been fighting a lot with the certain drivers.
Casper the Ghost has had a lot of TV time.
I used to love that song, Casper the Ghost, when I was a small child. I always saw that white thingy, always showing his thumbs up and always smiling.
Ghost.
Yeah, that's a very good kid show actually, Casper the Ghost. Thank God he got killed by those Ghostbusters guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean that's a completely different movie. That's and anyways, Ghost is right behind Chris Logan. I forgot it's a kid show. There's no Ghostbusters in Casper the Ghost. It's a completely different movie.
Do you think Ghost is part of Ghostbusters? Secretly.
He is, because the name. You can see his name is Ghost and he drives a white car. It's the signs are obvious.
Just give him a blue light and he's part of the Ghostbusters.
And there's no Martini sponsor, so it's not the Will Williams. So it's a Ghost car. It's a replica. Actually, it's a made of replica secondary car. Mabel is pitting. Mabel, very disappointing race so far. He's going to be dropping out from the championship fight, but we still have 17 races to go. And now Ghost is right behind Chris Logan. But Chris Logan doesn't want to give up.
No, it's tight.
They still go side by side. They still go side by side, and Chris loses enough space. So he sees Ghost is up the inside, and he's gonna try to fight it. No, he will be not. Maybe he will 50-50. No, he's backing out from the situation. And now Perfordes has caught up Teza. Perfordes, very fast driver, a Dutch driver as well. Did his debut in China. I believe he finished in 5th position, and now when Teza will be pitting, I think again 5th position for him, so very good. And where's Aldo is in P10. And we have Chris Logan.
Rip and run.
Ooh, Chris Logan almost loses an end plate against Ghost. That was very close call. Very close call. And we have Be Smooth who's right 5/10 behind Wossi, let's show that. And Wossi spins! Wossi spins!
Oh, I didn't see the moment. I didn't see it.
Wossi spins. I apologize if I sound like JR all times. He said like Stone Cold, or Punk wins, but Wossi spins. And that's his race over. 0 points for him from this race.
Did you see what happened?
I saw what happened. He just used too much of the curbs and then he just spun his car. He hits the wall, loses a front wing. That was like 15 laps of worth nothing. And
I know his strategy was working nicely as well.
Yeah, it would have been rejoining in P8 or P9. That's the one thing I can tell. And Be Smooth 7 seconds behind Gonzalez, 7.1 seconds. So Gonzalez is increasing the gap little by little. But of course, you lose 19 seconds in the pit stops. But again, two stopper, first tires. What's gonna happen?
Why don't you go to the end?
Yeah, but Ismail goes to the
George
end, definitely he goes to the end because he pitted
No,
lap
no,
12,
George Ellis.
lap 11. Yeah, he will.
Okay.
George Ellis will be pitting because he pitted in lap 9 to
You
softs.
think?
You can't do 20 laps with soft tires. There's no way. Even how good is heavy tires?
Yeah. The track is horrible for tyres.
They are. And,
Humidity is not great.
yeah, now we have
They
again
are in the
Chris.
desert, though.
Apologize to interrupt you, but Chris is again right behind Ghost. And another good news. The time is 0:48. That's a very special time because I've turned 21 now.
Happy
Literally.
birthday!
Yeah, birthday. Yeah. Hey, I've turned 21.
Yay!
I was born exactly 21 years ago, 16 minutes ago. So
With a cheeseburger.
I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I'm gonna have coffee and something else. I don't know what coffee. I think something else. Not so sure, but anyways, I have a birthday now, so you can eat happily.
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank you very much. I'm waiting for your present. That's the thing.
Yeah, you're gonna like it, it's funny.
I know you're funny, so I definitely will be liking it. And now, although
It's not a dildo.
and no, please no. I'm gonna send it right back to you if it is a sexual object. I'm gonna definitely send it back to you. And Aldo is caught up to Whippen 1. Aldo is he's in mediums, Whippen is in super softs. Brilliant race from Whippen 1 so far. Mabel gets a 3-second time penalty. And Chris Logan is also right behind Ghost. And we have new comments coming up as I saw. Is there anything interesting? Going to the comments.
Happy birthday, mate. Puerto Rican said happy birthday.
Thank you
Have some
very
real
much.
drinks.
Thank you very much, Puerto Rico. Appreciate your comment. Now,
We'll get him the brass.
thank you very much. And
We'll
now
chip
Aldo is right behind Whippen 1. Aldo who's now you can see because now he's 5 tenths behind. We will see Aldo doing a very aggressive dive bomb on the car ahead. That's his trademark. He's a very aggressive taker. He's not gonna wait for the straight line. He's gonna when he sees the opportunity, he's gonna use it. It's like Ayrton Senna, but yeah, come on, is Whippen 1 gonna let him go? No, he's not.
No,
he lost the
he's
car a
gonna
little
fight.
bit. I hope he will fight. But everybody knows Aldo's reputation, so
I think he'll fight.
he's not gonna fight. He's not even defending the inside line. But we'll see. Aldo uses this DRS, he uses this slipstream, and he's gonna dive up the inside. Yes, he will, but that's a clean overtake. And Whippen 1, is he gonna try to stay with him? Is he gonna try to switch back? No, but brilliant overtake from Aldo actually. But then Whippen 1 gets the tone on from the exit. He gets the better exit. He might try to maneuver up the inside. Will he be trying to maneuver? Reach for the position. Yes, he is. No, he looked for it, but he backed out. And now we have actually battle for P6 between Chris and Ghost. These drivers have been following each other there from the pit stops. In my opinion, now George Ellis is losing time to Be Smooth. Be Smooth is catching George Ellis. That's one battle. What's going to be interesting in the end. Chris Logan still can't overtake Ghost. And at this stage, when nothing is happening, what is your favorite memory from Bahrain in real life? You watched Formula 1 for a long time now. Can you say favorite year?
Memory from Bahrain. Oh, that's tough. I don't know. That's a really tough one.
Really tough.
It's tough. Yeah. I kind of like Massa winning first in 2007. Because
Okay.
no one remembers that really. Massa winning in 2007.
I had to think about it. I remember that Massa won and I think Fernando was second and Kimi was in third place. Massa's win Bahrain, I now remember, you too. Not many people remember that. But my favorite memory has to be 2014 race, where there was a Mercedes car side by side for the amazingly 58 laps. They went side by side with each other. Do you remember that fight, Rosberg Hamilton?
Yeah.
In Bahrain, that was ridiculous how they were side by side in every single corner, but they were gaining like 1 second for the cars behind just because of the engine power that they had in 2014.
Rosberg confuses me. Is he German? Is he Finnish? Because his dad's Finnish.
His dad is Finnish, but Rosberg is
Monaco.
German. He's German. He said he's German. He's German.
But he's born in Monaco.
He's born in Monaco. He's like a man without citizenship. He knows 7 different languages. He knows Italian. He knows French. He knows German language. He knows English. No, what other languages he knows. But
I'm still waiting for Hamilton to thank me because I made Rosberg retire.
oh yeah, now before this vortex, Tessa spins again. And now, can you tell the viewers how you made Rosberg retire? And this is actually a true story. Everybody knows this who's friend of Jamie's. Can you please?
Facebook, his official Facebook, verified Facebook profile, he put that Monday motivation. So I said, after he'd won the world title, 2 days after he won the world title, and then I commented saying, Monday motivation, you'll fall down and break your legs. And then 3 days later, he sent a winking face to me.
Yeah, he sent a winking face to you. We responded. That was a huge shock because I remember everybody in the comments saying WTF, he responded. Yeah, continue.
He responded to me, yes. And then 3 days later, he announced his retirement from F1.
Yeah, so you're a big hero in England, you're a big hero in Finland because of you, Bottas got a seat from Formula 1 in Mercedes, so I want to thank you again. Yeah, thank you very much, Jamie. You did an amazing job getting Bottas to Formula 1. And now we have Chris Logan. He can't make the maneuver on Ghost in P5. That's the thing. They were equally matched in the pace, at least in a straight line.
Ghost is always in the action. In Australia, he was in the action a lot.
I remember was he in China. I think in China, yeah, he was in China in action also. And now again.
He doesn't have a quiet race.
Yeah, he wants to be in TV. He's a kind of driver who's gonna fight. That's for sure about Ghost. But we like to see that. There has to be, if you want to be a Formula 1 driver, if you want to be a video game driver, you always have to take your spot from the track. You always have to fight for the position. You can't get anybody past you, like cleanly, of course, but you have to always take your position in the track.
You must use Brendan Lee as your pin-up. He's the focus, he's the man, he's what you should look like if you want to win esports.
There are many things wrong in that sentence. A, it's not how you want to look like, it's like how you want to drive. And B, he's Brendan Lee, if you're watching this stream, nothing personal against you. Personally, I still want to congratulate you winning the last year's esports competition. Very good job from you. You have to defend the title again. But Brendan Lee, please don't sue me. Sue us if you see this stream. But anyways.
No. We do love you, Brendan Lee. We just, you know.
It's like let's just say you've eaten too much organic food. Let's just say it like that. Yeah, like you could get something else with 12 pounds than 2 Big Macs. Like you could get like chicken wings and a salad.
3.
Huh?
You could get 3 Big Macs for that.
Really?
Maybe.
I don't know. Actually, I'm that kind of person. I don't even go McDonald's. I don't go to Big Macs. I mean the Hesburgers. That's actually. I don't go to McDonald's or anything. I'm just like very boring person. I eat chicken and salad every day and meat. But anyways, the race is going on. Lap 20 out of 29. Not much action going on. So we might easily talk about our personal lives. So yeah. George Ellis is actually pitting. Let's see where George Ellis is going to rejoin now. George Ellis is pitting. He will be taking super softs, I assume. And he's going to rejoin behind Foodie as he is, behind Perfortis. Yes, but Perfortis is pitting.
He's going to fight for that.
Yeah, but Perfortis is going to pit also. So, and Coast also. So they're doing George Ellis a huge favor. Because now, only car who can challenge George Ellis is Chris Logan and he comes behind him. So 3 track ahead for George Ellis. So the hunt is on. There's an old saying, you want to play the game, you have to play it. I'm in control.
I just hope Be Smooth can handle the pressure.
Well, he knows he's in one stop, 8 laps. He does not want to
do a Carrius right now.
Yeah, but
if he does a Carrius, he's in trouble.
Yeah, but luckily Be Smooth doesn't have brain damage, just like Carrius had in those 2 situations he made in Champions League. I didn't give a shit what the doctor said about his concussion. It's still, you're in Champions League finals, you don't fucking do that shit in Champions League finals. And now George Ellis is running on the cars ahead. We will see, is it gonna pay out? It's 15 seconds to the cars ahead, to the leader. We will see, is it gonna be enough?
Oh,
now,
Pro's having a look on Tezza. No. Oh, he's gone into the wall.
Oh, there's a huge crash in the car behind.
Oh.
That was a suicide bomb. That was like kamikaze in Japan. That was again like Iwo Jima in 1942, where the famous Japanese kamikazes started suicide bombing, and we have a victim here, performers born in China 2 days ago, dead in Bahrain in Wednesday in approximately of 23 p.m. UK time. Rest in peace.
It's unfortunate for Pro. You know, being Chinese and going out like that is just not the way to go.
Yeah, we'll be having a memorial for him. He did the Ayrton Senna maneuver. Maybe that was a respect for Ayrton Senna, going the same way he did. But now, of course, Footy pitting now. He rejoins in P5 ahead of Thomas the Tank. Thomas the Tank Dank. Thomas the Dank Dank finishing behind.
Thomas the Tank Engine is behind.
And although is 1.7 seconds behind Chris, and ladies and gentlemen, the current top 3 is Be Smooth, George Dallas, and Chris the 2 Logan. Chris 2 Logan in the podium. This is incredible. I hate
Chris
to say
Logan
this word,
reminds me
but
of, like,
this is incredible.
Terminator. He's like the Terminator. He's always there.
But although once that podium position, these are 2 drivers who not been in the podium, as I said, it's going to be a powering race. No, it's not, because now we have again action, like Steven Spielberg says when he did Indiana Jones, Star Wars, and action. And now the fight is on to the lap 22 to lap 29 between the P1, P2, P3, P4, and maybe even P5, P6, because this is Formula 1. Anything can happen in this sport. This is why this is the pinnacle of motorsport. Because of these situations, you can never expect what's gonna happen, and this is incredible. Although 8 days behind Chris Logan, who's gonna get the first podium of the season? It's gonna be a really big thing.
Did you just say that Spielberg done in Star Wars?
Huh?
Did you say that Spielberg done Star Wars?
I mean, George Lucas did Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah, I apologize. A little bit of mistake for me, but now although he's diving up the inside to Chris Logan, and it takes, he will be taking the 3rd place. He spins, he does the Kimi Raikkonen, and now Chris Logan is taking the podium. But I apologize for clapping my hands, but although I lost 2 positions, he not spin. I apologize. This commentator is not on anybody's side. What?
Thomas is having a look going inside, and he does a dive bomb past Albara. Great dive bomb.
And apologize for my clapping. I was just not clapping for Chris Logan. I was clapping for the side-by-side situation between these 2 drivers. And now Aldo completely loses it. He pushes Thomas wide out of the track. He's furious. He has red eyes. He's like a bulldozer. He's like the famous Spanish matadores who sees the red, or matadores bulls, who sees the red light, and then it's just on and on and on. But we will see where it's gonna finish in the end. And Chris Logan there's only like say 5 laps remaining. Will he get the first podium of the season? This would be a suck of the season. Chris Logan finishing in the podium. It's incredible. And now we have George Ellis catching B Smooth. It's also very incredible. But it's 12 seconds though. But still 5 laps to go. Will we see that B Smooth will bottle it up, or is he gonna take the win?
I think B Smooth will take the win.
Yeah, it's 12 seconds. You're not gonna lose so much time in 5 laps. Even if you lose,
he's not under intense pressure. If he was under intense pressure, he could have buckled. But I think he's got it covered.
Yeah, definitely. And now we have a huge train behind of Aldo. There's a 2-car train between Thomas and Mebel. Thomas and Mebel, who were fighting for the win in Australia. Finished 1-2 in Australia.
P7. Completely missed Mebel this race. Completely missed him.
Yeah, me too. It was like in China. It's a very invincible race, and then just in the end noticing where he is. But these guys finishing 1st and 2nd in Australia are now fighting for 6th and 7th and 5th, 6th and 7th in this race. And Thomas, I think he wants a little payback what Aldo did to him. I must assume that. He's not gonna go nice on him, I believe. If he sees the opportunity, he might be using it. And we have a new comment. Who wrote it?
We have Corey H. Come on, Ghosts.
Corey H is in the Ghost side. Ghost is in P8. Very good race for him, getting 4 points again. Very good to finish in the top 10. George Ellis only caught up 8/10 last lap, so without any technical difficulties, mechanical issues from Bismuth, aka internet issues, or mistakes. Bismuth is gonna take the win, and George Ellis is gonna be second again.
Yeah, and Rip and Run is up 10 places. He started last and he's in P10, so good job.
Very good race from you actually. And now let's see what Mabel and Thomas wide behind each other now. Aldo gets a little bit of breathing space. Thomas covers up the inside a little bit, but goes back to the racing line. Is Mabel gonna try the dive bomb? No, he's not. Yes, he is. He lost the front wing. He lost the front wing completely, and that's his race over. I think he's backing out to the. I hope he won't get disqualified for doing that.
No,
Mabel retired from the session. He retired from the session. That's big shame. He's gonna lose so much points, and now he's stuck on a curb. He's stuck on a curb. No, he's not. He's getting the car, but we have to remember Charlie Whiting and the FIA didn't pay for the safety car drivers this season. They don't have a safety car for this season, so that's gonna be one issue. So if there's gonna be any tragedies, big incidents in the track, nothing's gonna happen. And we have Chris Logan, who lost the position to Foodie in all of this.
Yeah.
What happened to Chris Logan?
I didn't see it. I was looking at Neville.
Is Chris Logan losing an air plate? It looks like.
I think he might have.
Oh, I want to see the complete picture. I want to see the complete full zone because I completely missed the fight between the top 3 and top 4. I apologize for that, but there was a huge fight for P5 between Aldo, Thomas and Ghost, and we don't have the same sponsor money, the same money what the real Formula 1 has. Of course, again, we're sponsored by Coca-Cola if somebody didn't know. Yeah. You can drink it for 24/7. You can drink it after you brush your teeth. That's actually true. Your teeth will not get Watson. Yeah, remember to buy Coca-Cola, the red Coca-Cola, not the blue one. We're sponsored by Coca-Cola. Because of that, we're here commentating. We need to get a salary still, but now George is 9.7 seconds from B Smooth.
Yeah,
so
I mean, if you want your body to look like a temple, you need the Coca-Cola look in your life.
The results may not be same as in the pictures we might show you in the end. You might not get a six-pack from drinking Coca-Cola. But drinking Coca-Cola is a secret. You still will need like good exercise. You will need to eat very healthy. You still need to actually stop drinking Coca-Cola to have a good body, but still drink Coca-Cola. Still, you need to go early to sleep, eat your vegetables, and so on and so on. That's for the kids for watching. I think we have a few kids racing for us, so if you're watching the stream later on, remember these wise advices from the two great ones. Of the
yes, we're talking definitely about the kids today have to have Coca-Cola in their life.
What do you mean?
So their teeth can come out.
Yeah. If you wanna have a good teeth, you have to drink Coca-Cola. That's for sure. And it only costs, at least in Finland, the Coca-Cola costs like €1, 90 or 9. No, not €1, like 65 cents or 70 cents. That's the price.
We've got a sugar tax, so it's like £1.10 or something.
£1.10, that's a lot. Because we have one German store called Lidl. Very cheap prices.
Have Lidl.
Yeah, have a little. Okay, have a little. Yeah, it's a worldwide thing. The Lidl. Well, nothing's happening now. We have Thomas. Thomas is again right behind Aldo. 3 tenths between these two drivers. If you're just joining to the stream, do not adjust your TV sets.
Where have you been?
Yeah, have you been? Do not adjust the TV sets. Do not adjust your TV sets. This is lap 27 out of 29. We have another comment. We have 8 viewers at the moment. This league is going all the time. What?
Ghost is gaining. Come on, my guy.
Oh no, but Thomas, look at it, Thomas and Aldo. Will Thomas stall up the inside? No, he's not, because he's not using assists. He's not using any assist. And where's Ghost? Yeah, Ghost 1.1 seconds. It's been 1.1 seconds the whole time. He's not gaining. He's just being 1.1 seconds behind. All the time. Maybe if he gets the ice off him, maybe then. And now Thomas is right behind Aldo. Is Aldo gonna do the famous inside line Max Verstappen treatment? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. And he's moving back out the inside. And luckily Thomas didn't lose a front wing. Luckily he didn't lose an plate. Very lucky indeed.
Aldo's being very aggressive.
Well, he's been since race 1. That's for sure.
Just true.
And to remind everybody else, the racing incidents, the steward incidents will be sending to Chris Logan or the one who is in charge of those. But now we have two Williams cars behind of each other. Will we have team orders or not? I don't believe for top 6 position.
Multi 21.
Yeah, no team orders for these positions, and now we're into lap 28 of 29, and it looks like George Alice is not gonna catch so much to be smooth. And now we have Thomas diving up the inside to Aldo. Come on, are we gonna see? Ooh, a little bit of touch, nothing too major. But now Thomas the tank is gonna open his tank. Ooh, a very nice defending by Aldo, and now, ooh, but he can't do anything because he has.
He's let him through. Oh, he's let his teammate. His teammates gained.
Oh,
Ghost took advantage of that.
Yeah, but he has first super soft. Very good job from Ghost. Ghost has had a brilliant race. He's gonna dive up the inside. No, he's not. And now, if Thomas would be wise, he would wait what his teammate will do. But it's only one lap to go after this, so nothing too major. And George Alice is catching B smooth, but not so much. And will Ghost try to overtake up the inside? No, he's not. And now he gets a better exit. And now Ghost is maybe he's gonna try up the inside. He opens his DRS. No, he's not trying the maneuver yet. No, he's not yet. He's waiting for the opportunity, and maybe we will have two Williams cars overtaking him in the end. What are you saying?
Yeah, maybe they're gonna fight each other.
And Ghost gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, and I don't think anybody else has corner cutting penalties. Well. And now we have Teza joining the battle also. We have 4-car battle for P5. Brilliant job. And maybe Ghost.
This is getting interesting.
It's going to get very interesting, and is Ghost going to try to maneuver? But Aldo gets a DRS from Chris Logan. Chris Logan is losing a lot of time, and the session no longer exists. I lost completely. Did he lose the power? Jamie. I've lost completely the can I get that's why we should have invites, please. Yes, we do. Can I join? Yes, I can join back to the race. Don't worry, guys, I'm joining back to the race. Race. I lost connection.
Are you back in?
I lost connection.
I know we had technical issues. I know, it's fine. Chris Logan got spun out. Ghost is up to P4. Aldo's and P5. Thomas had a coming together. I think with Chris Logan I didn't see. Teza is right behind Thomas.
Is B-Smooth running across the finish line? Where's B-Smooth?
B-Smooth has won the race.
B-Smooth, you are a race winner. What a great debut. You are a race winner.
P2, Fruity P3.
Yeah, now I see. Fruity P3?
Yeah, but it was all happening when you had the internet problem, technical issue.
I apologize for the viewers, but I couldn't do anything with it. It sometimes happens. Sometimes it happens these things, and I'm going to ask the top 3 to the podium with me.
It all happened. Chris got spun by, I think it was Thomas, Ghost, I don't know.
Yeah, now I'm inviting the guys to the party for the race interviews. I apologize, I couldn't do anything for it. I actually can't invite anybody else now. I still have to wait. I have to skip the podium, unfortunately, to send an invite to all of these guys. But now we're on the air. Luckily, we only lost the connection to 30 seconds. The stream was on the whole time. But yeah, that was big shame. These game servers, they have to improve a lot because it's ridiculous how it happens.
Well, we had a PSN problem earlier, so.
And now we have our race winner coming to the race interviews. Congratulations for the race winner. Let's wait for the second and third place to come into the podium step. And now, brilliantly, Foodie in third position. Brilliant job for him. And let's invite him to the party. B-Smooth, make sure you have your voice allowed for the stream.
Yeah, we can hear.
No, like voice. You have to go to the party settings, and then allow your voice for the stream. You go to party.
Hello, guys.
One moment. Okay, B-Smooth, press the PS button. press the BS button, go to the party, then there's party settings, then there's allow always the voice. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Okay, is it okay, Foodie? Are you with me?
Yes,
Do you have your voice allowed?
I'm with you. Yes, I have always allowed.
Oh, good job. Let's start for the top 3 podium. Let's start from the race winner. Be smooth. Tell us about the race. Tell us about the qualification. How did the race go?
Race went very iffy, to be honest. It was tire wear was a lot worse than I thought. I thought I was going to be able to one stop it a lot easier. And like whoever, I was listening to the stream during the race, whoever said I was trying to hold back towards the end of the first run trying to save tires, you were right.
Oh, yes, I knew it. I told you.
I thought I was going to be able to just hold up and be fine, but then George Allen started putting a little pressure on me and I pushed too hard. Put me in a bad spot. I knew if I didn't get to lap 10, I was screwed.
Yeah, what were your reactions when George Alice went to the soft tires because you listened to the stream? Were you nervous that he was going for the 2-stop or what
I was so happy he went for the 2-stop. I knew once he went to the 2-stop, I knew I had it.
Yeah,
you just don't gain enough time.
Yeah, brilliant job for winning your first race. We're gonna come back to you later on, but now George Alice.
Thank you.
Yeah, you stay in the podium still, stay in the podium still. I have one more question. George Alice, how did the race go? Tell us about the race.
The race was good. I enjoyed that. I wanted to make the 2-stop strategy. I did that. I did a record. It's okay for me. I'm happy with the result. Well done, Miss Booth. Great race.
Thank you.
I was hoping for Miss Booth to have a higher tire wear at the end, but he didn't. So I will take the P2.
Okay, congratulations for second place. Foodie, first podium of the season. Really great
Yes,
drive. How are
finally.
you feeling at the stage?
Thank you. I'm feeling very, very good. I got a little lucky with Aldoro and Chris colliding, I think, but it doesn't matter to me. I got a podium. I'm so happy.
And how is this gonna motivate you for the next races? Are you gonna continue the same form? How does it actually motivate you to realize you actually finished in a podium first time this season? How does it motivate you?
Yeah. I don't know. I hope I can get the streak going, but I'm not really sure because I had really good drivers in this league.
And yeah,
You done an amazing job.
and now that we've
Amazing
had
job,
the top 3 podium, now we will hear the winner drivers national anthem. Congratulations to the winning driver, winning constructor for winning the race, and tune in for the next time for Monday. We're gonna continue in Vaasa Sochi. Thank you for all the drivers for joining in the podium for me, and thank you for Jamie for joining the commentary. See you all later, and good night.